In today's video, we're going to be talking about my latest experience interviewing for a junior position role. I don't know if the company's name is really relevant to this. I just want to share the experience I went through interviewing lately for a junior position post. But if I feel like I should show it, I'm going to show it right here. Yeah, this looks silly when you are recording, by the way. How did all of this start actually? So I wanted to start like a challenge for myself to kind of inspire people and show people how hard it is for a junior developer to get a position or a role. So I wanted to like send out like as many applications as I wanted to, and then document it, and then like show you how many offers I got back and how many times I got interviewed, but I got busy at work. But I think one of the applications I sent out, a recruiter actually got back to me. So they got back to me in around April. Yep, it's definitely around April. And they wanted to do the screening, the phone screening. So that was the first interview, but I don't really think it's an interview because I don't think they will let you off by then. I think so. It was like a 15-minute phone call. Call me up and then just asking me my tech stack, what I do, and then told me a bit about what they do, and if I see if it's gonna be a good role for me and if I should proceed to the next stage. And then I was like, yep, let's do this. And then it was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna send you an assessment, and then you're gonna take it. You have to take it in the like next 2 days. So the crazy part about all of this is at time at work we were so busy I didn't really have time to like prepare for all of this assessment. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get a chance and then just write it. So assessment came through and I was given 2 days to write it. So the last day I was like, okay, you know what, I'm not ready, whatever, let me do this thing. So within the assessment it was like it was 3 tasks. One was easy, one was medium, hard. That's the like difficulty level. That's not me saying it was easy, medium, or hard. So actually when I got in there, they were very simple. Not really simple. The first one was easy for sure, as they said. Second one was medium, but more on the easy side. The third one was hard. So my time on the third one, that's where I didn't really finish it. So it was done. It worked for like 6 out of 8 test cases, but I ran out of time because it was something about a game that I really didn't know. And then by the time I got on the game, it was like I ran out of time. So I was like 6 out of 8 test cases, I'm good. And then I was out. And then 2 days passed, and then I got invited to an interview. I was like, okay, I killed the assessment, I guess. So I was like, okay, cool. We move to the next stage. I moved to the next stage. It was interview with 3 people actually. I didn't know the other two. The other one was the recruiter. So it was sent like into a week, and we were supposed to finish a project at the time, and I definitely was not ready. That 2 weeks at work was just hectic, so I didn't really have time to plan for an interview. So I sent a message to the recruiter. I'm like, okay, what kind of interview is this? I was like, okay, it's gonna be technical. And I thought maybe it's one of maybe 3 other interviews because the company is fairly getting big. So I was like, okay, let's see what this has in store. And then yeah, it was a Tuesday. And then you know the drill. Then I got in the call, and then I got in the call. There was 2 senior devs, and then the recruiter as well. So it was more of a mix, technical and also behavioral. Then the recruiter started with the questions, and then there comes the scary part. There comes the scary part. The 2 seniors now started asking questions. One started actually, and then that's where it got rough, I guess. Yeah. But I can't lie, I really enjoyed interviewing for them. I think the fact that I was not really ready, it was more like it was just something that just came up, and I was like, I went with the flow. So it was really nice interviewing with them. Actually, I kind of enjoyed it. So they started asking me questions, and then he asked majority of the questions, and then after that he was like, okay, I'm good. The other senior was started as well. I was like, okay, he already asked you most of the questions. And I remember I was so nervous, I actually messed up a very simple question. They asked me about inner join and left joins. If you know SQL, that's very basic. I was so nervous, I mixed up an inner join and a left join. And Lord, So these things happen. These things happen. So yeah, I could see with the way he was seeing, he was looking at me, because I don't know how do you mix up something so basic. And by the end, when it's done asking the question and on to the next one, I'm like, oh flip, I just messed up those two. But I don't know how to go back and be like, okay, I just made a mistake, and all that. I was like, okay, let it flow. Come the end, and then I started giving me the opportunity to ask questions. So they're using almost the same tech stack that I am using, except that they're using Angular. So I guess I kind of redeemed myself with the questions I asked, because they are actually genuine questions, and questions that show that I actually kind of know what I'm talking about, even though I made quite a lot of mistakes. I don't know if it's a lot, but I did make mistakes on the interview, and some questions I did not like answer clearly. I gave like a long answer when I could have like something like what, explain a RESTful API. I mean, that's very basic, but I kind of explained it, but not in the way that I would have if you like someone that I'm comfortable with come up to me and like, what's a RESTful API? And then it's like, it's quite simple in that sense. I guess it gets to you, you become nervous and all of that. But yeah, it was a really nice conversation we had towards the end of the interview. So I guess if they are watching this, I really enjoyed interviewing with you, and I really didn't think you're gonna take me after I messed up those two. But I was like, a few days later, I got the offer. So I was like, okay, that means I went well. Okay, so I did get the offer, and spoiler alert, I didn't take the offer. I ended up not taking the offer. We had chats about it and all of that, ended up not taking it. So yeah, that's been my experience. So all of this happened May. Yeah, so I didn't really think I was gonna make a video about this, but here I am making the video because that's what I do. And I think that would be criminal of me not to share this experience with you, since I haven't interviewed in like 2-3 years, because my last interview was the current job I'm working, which I was like fresh out of varsity, which was 2021. And I think things kind of changed, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna share my experience with you. So this is what went through for me. And yeah, to think that actually I'll be in this position to be like, not take an offer after I was so scared of getting a job. We all know in South Africa it's very hard getting a job. So, and it's really crazy. It's really crazy. Remember even actually seeing this guy on YouTube. I used to watch him a lot. I don't know why he doesn't release anymore. Sifiwe Kagaza. Yeah, I remember seeing his videos, and I thought, yeah, one day I'm gonna be making videos like that. But yeah, turns out, yeah, now that's me. So I'm really grateful for the opportunity actually, and it was nice interviewing with them. And I think I will share tips on how maybe to get yourself shortlisted and get yourself for these interviews and all of that. But that was my experience, and yeah, it was a nice one. I don't know what's in store for me for the next year, but whatever happens, I'm gonna document it here. And thank you for watching. I know this video probably won't do very well, so if you're watching this and you find this very insightful and I should do more videos like this, please put that in the comment section, and I would appreciate that very, very much. So without further ado, I'll see you the next week, because why? I post videos each and every week, and I'm sticking to my word. Yeah, I'm a new person. Cheers.